Holy shit. Russia put me on the international wanted list for filming the footage that you're about to see. Not for smuggling weapons, not for espionage, not for breaking any laws, but for showing the truth. Because Putin doesn't want you to see what happened in Suzha. They don't want you to know that while Putin tried to take Kyiv in 3 days, 3 years later, he's bombing his own towns and his own cities. So I went to Russia without a passport and without permission, and now I'm going to show you what I saw. We're on the road to Kursk, where the counter-offensive has begun. So we're about a 5-minute drive from the Russian border. We're about to cross. This is going to be pretty wild. There are FPV drones, there are countless types of munitions hitting the road that connects here to Suzha. That's the main supply line for all the stuff coming into the region. So we're going to drive at a really high speed, but again, drones constantly hit cars in this area. So it's going to be pretty dramatic, I think. And what does this mean, Harry?
To identify that you are in Ukrainian side, so you wouldn't come under friendly fire. Ukrainians use yellow, green and blue tape, and Russians use red and white. You never know who's who. There might be Russians who were soldiers before. They put their civilian clothes on when Ukrainians came to Kursk, and now they have resurfaced, or now they're more active. Saboteurs and who may attack Ukrainian troops.
The Russians have been using glide bombs all across this area. Even here you can hear constant artillery in the distance, booms, incoming, outgoing. So I imagine this is going to get even louder when we get there. We ready? Okay. Minutes from the Russian border, the drone detector starts beeping. What's happening on here?
So CL. CL means there's a Russian Sala reconnaissance drone in the air.
And what does that mean? That can see you?
Yes, they're high in the sky, and Sala works together with Lancets. They find targets. Guys, you wanna listen to some music?
Yeah.
Let's listen to some music. Button.
So, on the way to Russia. I've never actually been to Russia before, so this is pretty exciting. Have you been to Russia?
Yes.
Okay. First time for everything. So this is the checkpoint?
That's the green where you see, that's the checkpoint.
Holy shit. We're driving at super high speed on this road.
And here they may hit a lot of Lancet drones.
Driving very, very fast because the drone detector here in the car is showing that there are multiple Lancet drones in the sky. There's lots of vehicles destroyed on the side of the road here. Some of the cars that have just sped past us have been damaged, and there's smoke pouring out of the back of them.
So that's what they're targeting right now, the most, I think. Hunting them.
So we're racing towards Suzha now. Currently at the roundabout of Suzha, which is covered and surrounded with Russian tanks. But probably one of the last people able to film in Kursk before the Russians take it back. So it's shocking to see it. There are smokestacks all around the city.
He needs to put his... Don't go in.
Why is it famous?
Everyone beginning made a video from here.
Right, we're just getting out of the car now on one of the side roads. There's a destroyed Russian supermarket behind me, and we're turning on the anti-drone system, the drone blocker, because there's a lot of stuff in the sky right now.
Let's go, let's go.
So we just turned on the anti-drone system, right?
Yes.
Absolutely wild. These are all houses and shops in Russia. You've heard of these fiber optic drones that are being used now, right?
Yes.
Drones that are connected to fiber optic cable
Yes.
that extend. How far can they reach? Would they be in range of here?
They need to have a clear path, like over fields and stuff. They don't fly them in between buildings, because otherwise the cable gets stuck. So 10 kilometers.
Was that Graz nearby?
Все, выезжаем.
Yeah. You can't stop on the streets like this, but wait.
We pull up at the local mall to take cover. He hears footsteps upstairs and goes to investigate. It could be the Russian saboteurs. Let's go. He goes upstairs to investigate and tells us to wait for a signal.
Let's go.
He tells us it's just Russian locals looting the local mall.
Local people. Okay. Where's your money? I have here.
Дома свои побросала мы. Под пластинкой жилые.
Я не курю.
А хлебницу приобрел, пригодится. Буду смотреть на нее и любоваться.
А що по продуктам у вас? Це є, чи нічого немає?
Викопали. А так треба вже ходити там.
Українська.
Добре, дякую тогда вам. Добрий день. А що з продуктами? Все хватает?
Получили гуманитарку.
Добре, дякую.
They just said that they received from Ukrainian army humanitarian aid.
Пусть быстро успокоится, понял? Я сейчас дроны послушаю, понял? Чтоб нас немножко машины потеряли. Окей, we're gonna wait here for this.
5 minutes, we need to wait here. He's gonna do security checks. Gonna check that everything is secure, that we can, no one hasn't given our location or something. Drone and stuff, and yeah, he's checking that it's safe for us to leave this location.
I hate this.
Ну все, сейчас тогда заедем. Let's go.
Local person. Bicycle.
No way.
Children.
It's less fucked up than I thought it would be. But the Ukrainians don't do that.
Ukrainians don't do it, and only most of these houses that are blown up are done by Russians. It's Russians shelling now their own city.
On our way out of Suzha, we see countless Russian civilians carrying humanitarian aid, gifted by the Ukrainians, almost unfazed by the conflict.
where we're going. See the checkpoint they hit with light bomb.
Just now?
Yeah.
Щось прилетіло.
Something hit, yeah.
Something's just hit.
Seconds before we reach the Russian checkpoint, a glide bomb hits. And before another one lands, we take a detour back to Ukraine.
Overseas now to the war in Ukraine.
Russian forces have driven the Ukrainian army out of the biggest town in Russia's Kursk border region.
Russian forces releasing this video purportedly showing territory recaptured in that region.
The moment Suzha fell, the Kremlin's propaganda machine roared to life, flooding the airwaves with the same tired script that Ukraine is weak.
But this is Suzha, finally retaken by Russia.
They're cowards. They can't put up a proper fight.
The best they could do was run.
They claimed that Ukrainian troops executed civilians.
Highlighted the crimes against civilians that were committed by Kiev.
But that Suzha's residents lived in terror under Ukrainian control.
Now, the town has been repeatedly shelled by the Ukrainian forces since the start of the special military operation in February.
Yet, in my footage, those houses are still standing. The destruction only came after Russia bombed its own town to take it back. The people carry aid and food, and children cycle through the streets. And this is how the Kremlin lies. And they've lied from the beginning. They lied in 2014 when they invaded Crimea and claimed the people chose to join Russia. They lied in Bucha when they pretended there were no war crimes, because they lie every single day about their failures in Ukraine. And now they lie about Suzha, rewriting history before the dust has even settled. Because Russia fears the truth, because the truth is not on Russia's side. And right now, there's one truth that matters most.
The truth that Putin's empire is crumbling. The truth that Russia had to bomb their own cities just to take them back. And what happened in Kursk showed the world that Ukraine isn't weak, that Ukraine could take and hold Russian land, the opposite of what Putin wants you to think. And that is why I made this film, to show exactly what happened in Suzha and show that Russia is not invincible.